aesthetics and so forth. The outside is looking at this as another investment opportunity, for example, right? So there's a different worlds that we got to merge together for them to see eye to eye.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Well, this has certainly been enlightening.
It's very unique. I'm telling you, this type of a conversation never happens.
When
was the last time?
I'm very grateful because this is exactly what I had sort of envisioned for this conversation. So I have to
You're
say,
very kind for inviting us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much to both of you, really. And I'm excited about the possibilities of furthering this conversation too, because I'd like to follow the progress, and I'd like to see people actually approach their reservations to invest in their businesses or bring their businesses there.
Well, we are the conduit.
And so,
we are the conduit.
Okay.
Kano is the conduit. I'm here to really help Kano.
Okay.
Since he's the indigenous person that's important involved in this endeavor. So they can reach out to us and we can guide them on what needs to be done.
Yeah.
But we need serious people who have the hearts in the right place, who really are there for the long term to make generational impact to these people. So if we look at it from that standpoint, it kind of weeds out a lot of greedy people. So.
And the investment in the generational impact there affects all of us.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, and I'd like to see strength built within communities that actually appreciate the earth and, respect not only the land but each other.
That's right.
And in this time of extreme division, it just behooves all of us to remember that we are all citizens of the same planet, and there's not another one we can go to. So, yeah.
And so just for me to say the last thing, which I have expressed in the past, it doesn't matter what society or country you're in, if the indigenous population is worse off than the rest of the population, then that society itself is on a guaranteed path toward self-destruction, because we are going to need the wisdom of the indigenous eventually, because they know the land.
Yeah.
So we're kind of giving it maybe the last chance for us to really wise up and become cognizant that, listen, we really need to speak with and open a dialogue with the natives and even the last medicine man that are left, and they have nobody else to carry on the torch. We have that
to keep those traditions going.
That's right.
I'm really glad that you said that, because I think that one of the things about this Vision 2020 that I keep thinking about is that in order for us to solve some of the most perplexing problems that we do face right now, climate change, the health crisis, the opiate crisis, the prison crisis, this cycle of violence and poverty and all of that, we really are going to have to start getting back to basics and start remembering who we are and how humans survived for thousands of years before people came in with oil and prisons. Yeah. So I think it's really important, and I think that we would all be really well served to draw upon the indigenous communities to make sure that those traditions don't die, and to make sure that we can go back to those, because those are some of the basics that are going to solve these really awful, perplexing problems that we have. Do you have any last thoughts for us?
I do just want to thank you again, and when I say I'm honored, I'm seriously from my heart saying honored to speak not only to you and at this table, but to your listeners. And I do want to express a request. I'd like to request every listener and everyone sitting there to think about where you're sitting. Please think about it. You are an American. If you are a U.S. citizen, please just take a moment and remember the history. Think about where you are. If you are in Mesa, Arizona, or if you are in Apache Junction, understand that the Chiricahua Apaches lived there, just like the miners and the cavalry. But please understand that the entire tribe of the Chiricahua Nation was imprisoned for 29 years. The entire tribe, okay? Mother, grandmother, grandfather, children, newborn babies were kept out of Arizona. Okay, so specifically speaking to Arizona, it's not about guilt, it's about doing the right thing. And if we're going to do business and work, we have to speak to the truth. And it's not about reparations, it's not about activisms, it's about if you live in Arizona and you don't know about the Chiricahua Apaches, please pick up a book.
Mm-hmm.
Please drive. They will greet you. There's visitor centers. And out of the Chiricahuas are the Othams here. That's whose valley this is, the Pima people. This is their home. Every square inch was their ranch. Okay? So I'm not asking for reparations. I'm not guilting you. I'm just asking you, if you're sitting in a beautiful home in Scottsdale, just for a moment, think. Think about your neighbors a couple miles from you that may be in disparity. And it's as simple as a phone call. It's as simple as driving to your corner station and start talking to people. Please reach out to Clandestine Live, Operation Peace Project, and learn about your Native communities, because you're living in one right now.
And there's so many lessons that we can learn if only we take the time to look into it. So, wow. Well, you certainly have given us a lot to think about. And
Thank you, Stone.
again, I'm just so grateful to both of you for
Likewise.
sharing with us. So,
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
Snow.
Okay. And with that, it's a wrap. Once again, I'd like to personally thank my guests, Dr. Von Setjan and Juan Cano Sanchez, for sharing their insights and knowledge with us today. If you'd like to learn more about the work that they're doing, please visit us online at thecannabisreporter.com. Click podcast to find today's episode, and there you will find their bios along with information and a link to their website. We have so many people to thank. First, I'd like to express our gratitude for our radio partners, Canosphere Biotech, the Growers Network, and Blue Mountain Energy. We certainly couldn't be doing this without you. I'd also like to thank our theme song composer, Eric Goodall, and of course our production team here at the Cannabis Reporter Radio Show for always making us shine. And it goes without saying just how much we appreciate our programming directors at XRQK Radio Network and Society Bites Radio for distributing our show. And last but not least, thanks to all of you for listening. I'm Snowden Bishop, inviting you to join me again next week, same time, same place, for another episode of the Cannabis Reporter Radio Show. Until we meet again, be safe, stay informed, share what you've learned, and make it a great day.
Evergreen is calling.